Okay, y'all, today we are reacting from Glass and him explaining DreamWorks villains who should have won.
DreamWorks has given us some insanely powerful villains over the years, but sometimes all it takes is one last-minute miracle for the hero to survive. Here are 8 times DreamWorks villains should have won, starting with Kai from Kung Fu Panda 3.
You may know me as the Beast of Vengeance, maker of widows.
No one in the mortal realm remembers Kai at first, but once they finally meet him, they never forget the
So you're telling me no one knows this guy and just met him in a
aura radiating off of him. After being banished to the spirit realm by Oogway, Kai spends 500 years collecting the chi of every Kung Fu master.
500 years and you haven't started family. You haven't even have grandkids.
Trapped there just to get his revenge. The guy basically escapes the afterlife by aggressively harvesting chi. And once he gets to the mortal world, his biggest advantage isn't just his strength, but his army of Jade warriors.
You're telling me you have a whole damn NBA squad of warriors?
They act as his eyes, ears, and extra limbs, allowing him to fight through multiple masters without even being in the room. So by the time Po takes him to the spirit realm, Kai has already stolen the chi of Oogway, Shifu, and most of the Furious Five. From a power scaling standpoint, Po should have
So you're telling me you
been cooked,
lost
really,
it.
especially considering he knows nothing about the laws of the spirit realm, whereas Kai lived there for 500 years.
500 years is insane. Like, chat, just imagine living there for 500 years. That would be insane.
Me back. Don't blame me. I tried to finish this in the regular realm. And we'll finish it here.
He, in fact, did not finish it here, but for a few seconds, he absolutely could have. At one point, Kai almost drains Po's entire chi, and the only thing standing between him and victory is a village of pandas learning how to channel spiritual energy at the perfect moment. Now, to be fair, the panda village saving Po makes sense, since the film establishes that pandas are naturally connected to chi, but from Kai's perspective, this is still insane. The guy spent half a millennium stealing chi from legendary masters, then one panda village unlocks the technique in a few minutes and derails.
You're telling me a whole damn panda got damn kung fu pandas in damn 5 minutes. This dude's out here using half of 1,000 years to get power.
All his work. All Kai really needed was a few more seconds. Much like Pitch Black from Rise of the Guardians.
There will be nothing but fear.
Why does bro look like that one nerd who's trying to bully someone?
And darkness. And me.
That right there is Pitch's entire goal in life. After setting
So you're basically telling me no life skills, no academic, no family, and you're just out here terrorizing little kids.
centuries of being forgotten, he wants a world where children stop believing in the Guardians. And the craziest part is that he almost gets it. After using the Dream Sand to create his nightmares, Pitch finally has an army powerful enough to take on the Guardians.
You're telling me you have a whole damn army.
He even manages to get rid of Sandman, who's objectively the strongest of the group. After achieving all that, Pitch makes almost every child in the world lose faith in the Guardians, who start to fade fast. At this
You're telling me you make kids who believe in everything they just learned not to believe it. That's just
point, he
sad.
genuinely could have won. Until...
I'm just not afraid of you.
You just lost to little kids who are the age of Mighty 5. Learning how to walk and talk and starting school is insane. Wait, let me... Well, yeah.
One child stops being afraid.
Yeah, one child being afraid fucking explodes you.
It gathers a few more kids, and suddenly all of Pitch Black's hard work comes crumbling down. I mean, what about the millions of children around the world who still don't believe in the Guardians? Are we saying that a handful of kids can overpower Pitch and his entire army of nightmares?
I know, bro. How is kids doing that? It's insane. Like at the age of 5, I was still watching Come Unbox Eggs with Me and Play-Doh on it on YouTube.
Apparently, yes, because within minutes, the Guardians turned the tide with the help of a small neighborhood friend group. And soon, Sandman returns, his dreams spread across the world, and belief in the Guardians comes rushing back. It hurts to watch someone's lifelong goal get snatched away at the finish line.
So you're telling me your lifelong goal was just to...
Which is something Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda can definitely relate to.
But ooh.
Okay, bro, we get it. You love Kung Fu Panda, but I know you have a lot of backstories for these lore.
Uguay saw darkness in his heart and refused. Outraged, Tai Lung laid waste to the valley.
Hang that nigga now! I got the rope right here!
You're telling me.
I mean, the guy didn't exactly disprove Uguay's concerns, now did he? Still, even if Tai Lung's reaction was completely unhinged, I get why the rejection broke him. He trained his entire life to become the Dragon Warrior because Shifu raised him to believe he was destined for greatness. So when Uguay refused him, Tai Lung lost the only identity he had ever built for himself and crashed out. If only Shifu had been more openly proud of Tai Lung and raised him differently, it could have saved Tai Lung 20 years in prison.
Oh, 20 years. Yeesh.
But for what it's worth, I can see why Tai Lung thought he was qualified for the role. This guy escaped the most secure prison in China with a feather. And after
This guy escaped a fucking prison in fucking China.
getting out, he defeats the Furious Five with ease before defeating Shifu.
Bro, 1v5 is insane.
The same master who raised him. Skill, therefore, was never Tai Lung's problem. His real weakness was always his obsession with the Dragon Scroll.
The power of the Dragon Scroll is mine.
I need my pet certified as an emotional support animal fast. Can anyone help me out? You need to hear about
Tai Lung spent his whole life chasing external validation, so
You just spent your whole life training and not even getting a role. But a fat-ass panda stole your role. That's just sad. I'd rather just talk to the guy who did it and just tell him it.
of course he doesn't understand the scroll's message of true strength coming from within. By this point, he's exhausted, angry, and so focused on the scroll that he never really...
Bro was focused on the little paper and never focused on his battling. It's crazy.
sees Po coming. In fact, he might have had a chance against the panda if he hadn't been focused on the Dragon Scroll throughout the whole fight. If he had actually fought Po properly, he might have noticed his nerve attacks didn't work on him and looked for a different way to beat the panda. To be fair, Po is meant to have natural talent in Kung Fu and only needed the right training method. But from
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Tai Lung's perspective, the guy spends his whole life training until his bones crack, only to get folded by a panda who barely started learning Kung Fu. So, yeah, I feel like Tai Lung was done dirty. We can't, however, say the same thing for Jack Horner from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
I'll get you, my kitties, and your...
Bro looks like the guy who literally go into candy store, buy everything, and somehow still be hungry.
little dog, too.
Unlike Tai Lung, Jack has absolutely no tragic excuse for his horrid behavior. According to him, he had
Loving parents.
You did not have
stability-
loving parents if they made you obese and made you become a brat.
In a mansion and a thriving baked goods enterprise for me to inherit.
Can you give me some money, please?
Yeah, give that guy some money because you have like $1,000 in your account.
Yet for some reason he grew up to be cruel and proud of it. The only thing Jack doesn't have is magic of his own, but he makes up for that by hoarding magical items from across the fairy tale world. But this guy...
You literally steal people's magic in a fairy tale world.
This guy takes being a spoiled brat to a whole new level somehow.
Yeah, bro, how do you even make that a whole new level? Like, I get it.
Because
You're trying.
even that isn't enough. Jack wants all the magic in the world
Look at that cricket, bro. He looks so terrified.
For himself. And it's during this journey that he meets the ethical bug.
You're an irredeemable monster!
What took you so long, idiot?
Little did Jack know that one flick would cost him everything later. Because once he finally gets close to the wishing star, the ethical bug returns at the worst possible moment, burning the last piece of the map. So, yes, lesson learned. Be nice to others, Jack. Who am I kidding, though? This guy was always too selfish to look beyond anything but himself. Much like Prince Charming from the Shrek franchise.
I promise you this, Mother. I will restore dignity to my throne.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Now, it's no secret that Charming isn't the smartest or scariest villain in the Shrek universe. In Shrek 2, he's most...
Bro, you have the lowest IQ of all TV shows and let
a
us
self-obsessed nuisance hiding behind his mother's villain plan. But in Shrek the Third, he finally has a real motive. He wants revenge for Fairy Godmother's death, and he actually does a decent job at first. Charming gathers every rejected fairy tale villain and successfully takes over Far, Far Away. The man even captures Shrek after spending so long just talking about revenge, only to fumble the moment harder than anyone thought possible.
Bro, you missed over 200 pounds of body fat.
Oh boy.
You even made a kitten in real life scream, and Shrek saying, "Oh my god." That's crazy.
Oh boy, indeed. I get that Charming wants his knight in shining armor moment and all the applause, but that ego is exactly why he loses. All Charming had to do was finish Shrek quickly and secure the kingdom. Instead, he puts on one of the worst performances I've ever seen and complete...
Yeah, and instead, bro, looks like Brooks Monk's husband. Insane.
He embarrasses himself. And even then, he still gets another chance during the play when he stabs Shrek, only to miss the mark entirely.
How do you miss? How do you miss, bro? How? It's insane how to miss this guy. Like, you have a full sword right there, pointing to his side. And
yeah, at this point, that tower falling onto him was well warranted. Prince Charming, therefore, was just a weak villain who was always too obsessed with looking victorious than actually achieving anything. Chantal Dubois, on the other hand, was a force to be reckoned with.
Oh my god, how does she even exist? Let's just move on. And I'll wait until I press the button again.
In Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted.
Poor animals. You should never have left the forest. Now you deal with me.
If there's one thing Dubois has, it's dedication. From the moment she hears about Alex, her only mission is to put that lion's head on her wall. And she...
You mean put the lion's head on your wall? Like full Dexter Morgan?
He's not even all bark, no bite, no. She actually almost succeeds. Dubois survives everything the animals throw at her and somehow tracks them with her superhuman smell at every turn.
She looks like someone who just took a shower for the first time and smells good.
I mean, how does one woman have a bloodhound nose and the ability to revive her injured officers with just her singing? At this
Me too, I'm trying to understand, but I'm trying to do it.
point, she isn't even human anymore. So, naturally, when the final chase begins, Dubois is still terrifyingly close to winning.
I'm going down. Your head is coming with me.
I don't think so.
Even in mid-air, this woman is somehow prepared to get rid of the lion. It's crazy how for most of the movie, Dubois is basically invincible. But at the finish line, a bunch of circus animals somehow rain on her parade and stop her from taking out Alex with her poison dart. Even so, the fact that it took this many animals to stop her says a lot. In the end, Dubois didn't lose because she was weak, but rather because of extremely convenient last-minute timing. But while Dubois' bloodlust is hella questionable, Ken's hatred for bees and bee...
Just imagine being named Ken, and you're...
He is much easier to understand.
You know I'm allergic to them. This thing could kill me.
Well, why does his life have any less value than yours?
Now, I know Ken isn't the nicest guy out there. In fact, he's a bit of a douchebag. But in this case, though, he's actually in the right. The man is allergic to bees, and his girlfriend is defending the very creature that could seriously hurt him. And to make things worse, Vanessa starts spending more time with Barry, helping him soothe the human...
Just imagine your wife getting, I don't know what to call it, being railed, and meanwhile you're out here cooking dinner and pasta and garlic bread and the whole...
Race, as if that's a very normal thing to do. Plus, this woman keeps canceling yogurt night for a bee she just met.
Just imagine choosing a bee over a real-life human. That's just crazy, fam. Okay, hurry up. Why am I keeping...
At this point, Ken must think he's crazy for even thinking something's going on between the two of them. No wonder he completely loses it.
Something stinks in here.
I love the smell of flowers.
Yeah? How do you like the smell of flames?
Not as much. Okay, Ken may have gone a bit overboard here.
How do you even have a whole damn flamethrower in your ass
But
pocket?
honestly, I'd go a bit crazy too if I came home and found a bee sitting in my chair, laughing with my girlfriend and smirking at me. The craziest part is that Vanessa barges in at the last second, saves Barry, and immediately breaks up with Ken. Now, could Ken have handled this better? Obviously.
Bro, you got dumped. Because of a bee impressed her girlfriend way more is crazy. We have to do something, man.
Yes, I mean, maybe don't bring a flamethrower into your relationship.
It starts with a sketch. You bring it into motion. Dial in every detail. Refine every frame. Until it doesn't just look real, it feels real. Autodesk. Make anything.
At Perfect Bistro, our chef serves up nourishing ingredients cats crave, and nothing they don't. Because when you're crafting five-star cuisine, you
get problems, buddy. But honestly, Ken definitely could have won if he had a sane girlfriend who hadn't chosen a bee over her actual boyfriend. But then again, maybe getting out of that relationship before it drove him even crazier was a win in itself. Like Ken, many villains on this list almost won, but there's only one who always wins.
I swear, I always saw Sigma Male edits of this guy saying, "Go back to hell, you're a dead man," whatever it is, and just...
Death from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is the ultimate force of nature. At first, he seems like just another bounty hunter, but one fight with him sends Puss running for his life. The same cat who laughed in the face of danger for years feels real fear for the first time. Now, technically, death is supposed to be neutral, but in this case, it's personal. He's offended that Puss wasted 8 of his 9 lives like they had 0 value. So instead of waiting for the last one to end naturally, death comes to collect early. In fact, he could have easily killed him during their first encounter when Puss was terrified and completely outmatched. But instead, he let Puss run because he enjoys the chase. Later, though, he definitely regrets that decision. For anyone wondering, that basically translates to, why the hell did I play with my food? And honestly, fair question. The only reason he didn't get his prey in the end is that he gave Puss too much time to change. When death...
Yeah, bro, just too much time. That's why you lost. You never trained over the years. You never improved your stamina.
First comes for him, Puss is arrogant and still treating life like it's a joke. But by the final fight, Puss values his last life and is finally willing to protect it and everyone he cares for. So although Death could still kill him, he doesn't, since Puss is no longer the reckless legend he was a few scenes ago. But even when Death walks away, it feels more like a warning than anything. Although Puss survived this time, Death makes it very clear he will see him again. And unlike every other villain on this list, he always gets the last word.